So this is Revenge of the Sith, the video game, of course. We're just gonna go see if it's, still worth playing today. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
We're gonna see if it's still worth your time, and if it deserves a remaster. Because who doesn't want a remaster of their favorite classic video games?
Exactly. I don't know. The game seems to really have a lot of hype, and it has a lot of consecutive secular scenes, not secular but individualized scenes in the game that are more developed and cause more of, I don't know, a bit more story to be involved with, like maybe an alternate ending, or maybe a certain level that wasn't exactly in the game or in the movie as you remembered.
I think in this game for the cutscenes, they actually use footage from the movie. Because remember how this game came out like before Revenge of the Sith, like in April of 2005? But like
Yeah.
in-game cutscenes went way more in depth than the actual movie.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, the game seemed a little flushed out. Like, yes, there are mistakes, but I mean, for the most part, the level seemed a little outgoing and it seemed lenient, like how the movie was.
I still have a save file from 2005 on this game, actually.
That's pretty crazy.
I know. 2005. That was over... Oh, it was almost over 15 years ago now.
Wow.
So I'm just going to start off with a random mission, because it doesn't really matter which ones, because it all follows the story of Revenge of the Sith. And honestly, if you haven't seen Revenge of the Sith by this point, you better just go watch that now, and then just forget about this video.
Exactly.
Which one do you think I should start? Which one do you think we should start off with? Do you think we should start off with a light mission, like the first one, maybe?
I guess so. Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll start off with the first. So, I think that this game, from what I can remember, the last time I played it was like a little while ago. But I can remember this game being having really great lightsaber combat, like better than The Force Unleashed almost.
Yeah, well, like, honestly, in my opinion, the game is great and all, but nothing in my opinion beats The Force Unleashed. But that doesn't exactly just make the game dumbed down. It just means that the Revenge of
The Chancellor isn't
maybe
in
not
this
as
game.
good,
We have
but
to move
still
on.
a phenomenal game.
Anakin,
Lightsaber combat is fun, level design is great.
try mixing
Some
light
of the
and heavy attacks.
differentiated
the
Jedi in the game just seem to be, I don't know, as lenient, if not more varied, rather than the movie.
Oh boy, the lightsaber combat is still, from what I can remember, pretty good. I mean, oh my god, the combos. I forgot about all the combos. Like, they actually have their Revenge of the Sith actors do the lightsaber combat to make it as fluent as it would be in the movie.
Exactly.
They actually got Hayden to redo everything involved with Anakin for this game, like mobility wise, with lightsaber combat and everything. I don't know why they couldn't get him to voice Anakin though, because the voice actor still sounds like Anakin, but from Episode 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure on the voice acting because I don't know, it didn't seem to really click with me sometimes, but I mean, the story still seems to be lenient along with the gameplay, with like the lightsaber combat and stuff, but it would have been nice if they could have really gotten an Episode 3 Hayden Christensen to really, really just push forward with the dialogue, and maybe would have made the game a little bit more interesting, like The Force Unleashed, as they had, the gameplay wise.
I would have loved that. I honestly think that the voice actors for this game, I know they got James Arnold Taylor to do Obi-Wan for this game, who is still the voice of Obi-Wan to this day. But they got, I think the guy that voices Anakin for this game is from that Clone Wars 2003 miniseries. Have you ever watched that?
I did not watch that, but I did look into it a little bit, and it looks very, very interesting, and I would really like to get into it more, but back to the game, it does sound a lot like the Clone Wars miniseries. It doesn't seem identical, but it's very, very similar.
You can watch it on YouTube for free. Like, they have Volume 1 and 2 out. So for those of you who want to watch the show, then it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't seen it at all, but I've already looked into it and it looks very interesting, so you definitely should check it out.
It definitely helps fill some of the plot holes in Episode 3, like why General Grievous coughs, just because Mace Windu crushes his lungs with the Force.
Yeah.
But God, I remember in this game that Anakin even has Force lightning. Like they allowed him to use Force lightning.
That was one of the things that I found interesting and intriguing with the game that really grasped me toward the game. Because I remember back when it really, like when it came out, and I would look at the case and I saw him using lightning. And then a while later passes on and I look at the gameplay and he's using lightning. And that's one thing he never really did in the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith movie. And that was one thing that it just seemed to grasp my attention in a way that the movie kind of dumbed down.
I would have loved to see that in the movie, to be honest. I mean, technically it could still fit, because Vader may not have been able to use Force lightning, but it would make sense if Anakin did, before he was actually dismembered by our favorite trolling master.
Exactly, and I don't know, it would have been cool to see him in the movies while he was still like his normal, powerful, the chosen one self, as he would have been able to use the Force lightning as, maybe not with his robotic hand, but he would have still been able to use it because he was still in really, really good health. Maybe not the best health, but really, he would have been okay. But once he became Darth Vader, it's just all that mechanized armor along with the robotics, just it wouldn't be able to collide with the electricity as fluently. And I feel like that's something that I feel the Revenge of the Sith movie really missed out on, that they could have really dived into more with Anakin Skywalker.
I would have loved to see Anakin Skywalker more powerful than Rots. I also think it would have been cool to see his lightsaber turn red, and then you get to see a whole new subplot in the Obi-Wan anthology series where he actually has to convert the crystal back to its original blue. Because technically, with the new canon standards, Anakin should have a red lightsaber by the time he turned to the dark side.
Yeah, but I feel, in my opinion, to be completely honest, I feel like that's one of the things that really clicked with me in the movie. Rather than having the red lightsaber, it really, I don't know, it would have been cool as like a little thing to see with Obi-Wan having to convert the lightsaber back to blue, but I feel like that's just a story that isn't as compelling as to the way it feels when Anakin has his blue lightsaber.
That makes
it really
sense.
feels like he's betrayed the Jedi Order, and it feels like he's mocking the Jedi, and
It also kind of
by using that blue blade, and because it feels like he's being a traitor to Obi-Wan, it really doesn't feel like it's enemy versus enemy. It feels like two friends are fighting.
It feels like
over
that.
a conflict that's really difficult to like surpass with each other because of the decisions Anakin made.
I feel like it's still like he's still a part of the light side. Like he hasn't gone full dark side yet, and that's why he still has the blue lightsaber. Like, if you know what I mean. Like he's still like doing Sith stuff, but he hasn't like turned to the dark side fully. Because if you remember, I think in the movie he was even crying at one point after he did all those horrible things on Mustafar.
Yeah, he wasn't in the thing to gain all the power. That was slowly itching at his emotions, and that's not his fault because that's just what he was really made to be. He's just an emotional like character in this series in Star Wars, and he doesn't turn to the dark side fully. And you gotta remember, he was always doing this to
Save Padme.
To save Padme. It wasn't to achieve power and to gain the knowledge of the dark side of the Force. It was to save Padme so he could be happy, but yet that is still selfish, meaning that selfish, greedy need overcame him, and that's where he says justice and security to my new empire, making him more grasped onto the dark side rather than the light side being able to pull him back, like Obi-Wan tried to do.
So going back to the game, honestly, it's from what I've been playing, I think it still holds up.
It does really hold up. For a really old game, like there are so many games out there, for example, that really hold up certain aspects of gameplay that really make you think that those are certain things that can happen today. Like Star Wars Episode 3, I feel like maybe that would have really, I feel like that maybe upholds some of the combat and maybe some of the storytelling that the Force Unleashed really took into their matter of hands at LucasArts to make the game. It really upholds its gameplay, some of its dialogue, maybe some certain aspects of the game you didn't really see before, like how Anakin uses his lightning, and the alternate ending, which we're not going to spoil here, which you should just go play the game yourself, and other things, just certain aspects of the game in general.
If they're not gonna make this, or if they're not gonna remake a master, or if they're not gonna remake this game or remake a master of it, then at least put it on the Xbox One so everyone can play it. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. But, you know,
Yeah, like for certain aspects, the game really helps with the things the movie could achieve. I feel like the game really puts a variety into there that makes the game pop out more than the movie, but they still feel really linear and similar to each other. That maybe the third game feels like a playable, different type of arc you can like achieve to get like into like the story more.
yeah. I also love how in this game that there's actually, you actually see what Anakin did in the temple during Order 66. That was actually really cool. Because you never saw that in the
Yeah,
movie. It was just skipped over.
exactly. It was very skipped over, and we got to see a hologram of the things he was doing,
But it was like only,
and we got to see what the clones were doing, but we never got to see what the real attack and how devastating it was until the game came out. We got to see what was going on fully by Anakin Skywalker.
I mean, I feel like if they at least showed at least 5 extra minutes of what was going on in the temple, just 5 extra minutes.
It probably would have gone more in depth to what it needed, and maybe the game wouldn't need to be so in depth with what was going on, but still, that really helps because when you're playing the game, it makes you feel like you're being immersed into that scene. That extra 5 minutes you didn't get to see, this game really helps to show what was really happening. And not only does it help, but it's immersing you into it because you get to play and notice what's happening as you're playing through the game and through the level of the Attack of the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, I think in the I hope in the new Clone Wars series that we get to see some Anakin turn to the dark side and raid the Jedi Temple. I mean, that would be a really interesting episode to see on the Clone Wars. I mean, you could have that episode alongside with Ahsoka's escape from Mandalore.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to go for a new aspect before, like they're trying to create more to maybe fill in gaps that people were questioning in like the show Star Wars Rebels, for example, that the Clone Wars never really answered to be able to fill in those holes. And I feel like they're trying to fill in those holes, but in new different types of ways. Like Ahsoka coming back, stuff like that, and I feel like it's all gonna lead up to that big moment of Order 66. I feel like Ahsoka is going to witness what Anakin was doing, and along with this game, is immersing you to see what he is doing.
Exactly. Trying to figure out how to use Force Lightning. Ah, there we go. It's RB. Well, I'm playing this on the 360, by the way, because they did emulate this game onto the 360. All you need is a hard drive to play it. It's not too hard to obtain. The game is fairly cheap now. I mean, I wouldn't even mind paying extra for this game because it's a good Star Wars game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to re-immerse yourself in Revenge of the Sith, then you should just pick up this game. I mean, honestly. Revenge of the
Honestly,
Sith.
this game, I wouldn't. If I were to critique it myself, it's honestly really outgoing when it comes to certain dialogue aspects. The settings are really, really immersed. The specific aspects that add variety to what the movie was in the game, such as the Attack of the Jedi Temple, really helps. Along with that alternate ending, which we're not going to spoil, which is very, very, very shocking as you get to see what could have happened in the movie.
I wish Revenge of the Sith, or some port of Revenge of the Sith, actually recorded or actually made what happened with the actors, because that would be super cool to see.
It would really add to the dialogue and story aspect, which is why this game is not perfect, but it's so close to being perfect because there's so much different variety to the game, such as the immersiveness, the combat, the gameplay, and the settings, for example.
Exactly. I mean, I don't want to give this game too much credit because, again, not everyone's going to agree. But, again, it's just there. It just delivers. It's a fun Star Wars game. Most of all, it's just fun to play as. I mean, if you get a bunch of your friends, you can all play co-op lightsaber as different characters from the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith series, and even some A New Hope characters like Darth Vader and Old Ben.
Exactly. That's a total possibility.
I mean, you can. That's so fun. I don't know. It's just if you want to play a game that's fun, but you also want to re-immerse yourself with the Star Wars universe, this is a good title to pick up. I mean,
It is. Like, there's plenty of different Star Wars titles out there, such as the Force Unleashed series.
but the Force Unleashed definitely delivers more than this game, I'd say. But this game is still very fun. I mean, this game tried to do something new with the lightsaber combat. Without this game, the Force Unleashed wouldn't have had its, how do I put this? Its lightsaber touch, the way it felt, the way the lightsaber combat worked. It's basically
Yes.
just playing as Anakin, but with the lightsaber backwards.
Exactly, and it really just, I don't know, it's a really hard thing to say because a lot of these games are inspired by different types of games. Like, this game inspired The Force Unleashed, and then that carried on to The Force Unleashed 2. Then you got stuff, like, there's just so many different LEGO Star Wars games out there that you could play to really just try and enjoy the Star Wars universe. Like, the Force Unleashed games, this Star Wars Revenge of the Sith video game. The LEGO Star Wars games are even a joy to play.
The LEGO Star Wars games are a
There's plenty of
blast.
There's plenty of games out there to be able to play, and including, not to mention, the one that's coming out this November, which is
Fallen
Jedi
Order.
Fallen Order. It really takes inspiration from the other Star Wars games that really just immerse yourself into the game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do with it. But without all of this, I feel like it wouldn't have really gotten to the core without this game really trying to become something
I mean,
that the Force Unleashed succeeded itself to doing.
Without-
Such as just it's really trying. It's a real base.
I mean,
for the
without-
franchise.
without-
It really helps the gameplay and the aspects of it.
Without this game, Jedi Outcast, and all your other early 2000 Star Wars games like KOTOR, KOTOR 2, and even this game, you wouldn't have Force Unleashed 2, and even Battlefront, to be honest. I mean, Battlefront
Yeah,
did
it's
try
just-
to do something new based on the old Battlefront games. I mean, Battlefront 2 is definitely earning back its fire. Battlefront 2 2017 is like a brand new game, and without that, without the classic Battlefront 2, this game, we wouldn't have these kind of games. And I just
Yeah,
gotta
they're
mention,
just they're trying to reach out, and they're trying to, like, it feels like this game is a really good base game, and it deserves a lot more credit than it's given, but it doesn't deserve too much credit because there are a lot of successors, such as The Force Unleashed, and maybe this new Jedi Fallen Order game that's coming
I
out.
think why people don't give this game a shot is because it's a movie game, and you know how movie games are.
Yes, but this is definitely a game you should at least give it a try. And if
This
you
is a
don't like
good
it,
movie game.
That's okay. At least you can at least watch the gameplay. If you can't sit through the gameplay, that's fine. It's still just it's a game you need to just really try and step outside the box for a minute and play this game because it just adds to the variety of what the story is already telling us from the original movie, Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, and it's really it's an experience worth maybe watching or playing and watching at the same time.
I mean, again, this game even came out before the movie was released. So, I mean,
Exactly. So it adds certain aspects that maybe the movie didn't have, but that you could still enjoy when you were playing.
so technically, if you really compare the two, Revenge of the Sith, the video game, since it came out first, and the movie came out second, I mean, technically, they already knew what was going to happen when they were making this game because of the movie, obviously. And they put a lot of work in this game, more than usual for a movie game. But what my main point is that this helps really flesh out Revenge of the Sith. So when you watch it, you can sort of get a general idea of what Anakin did in the temple, or what really or how Obi-Wan really escaped Utapau, because the game helps provide that for you. Because maybe George was a master all along and thought out everything from A to B and thought, I don't want to touch on this too much in the movie, so I'll just have them touch on this in the game, and then the Clone Wars miniseries. What a visionary!
Exactly. He didn't want to push everything forward. He wanted to maybe like separate it into different parts, into different things that would take a while longer than it really needed to touch base on specific little plot holes and details that the movies and the movies just couldn't really handle. So that's why they make games, shows, miniseries, all that different thing to really branch out what the Red Legends just couldn't show. And that's what stuff like the Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and even the Force Unleashed games, and this game to show variety and to show what is happening after and before.
I couldn't agree more. Basically, all in all, you should pick up this game. It's definitely worth your time. I mean, I love this game. Many people love this game, to be honest. I mean, I've seen reviews on this game before. People talk about this game. I've even seen it be compared to the movie. But obviously, nothing beats the movies, because the movies technically do come first. Even though the game came out first, the movies still come first.
Exactly. I honestly, there's in high agreement with your statement there. It just really, it really contrasts but tries to compare with the movie, and it really just, it's all in all a great game, and it's an experience to be had if you really want an experience for this game.
Exactly. So I think that's our review for Revenge of the Sith. If you don't agree with our points, then oh well. I mean, this isn't scripted or anything. But yeah, do you wanna do the outro?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for this review. If you have any questions, leave us some questions in the comments if you have any. Be sure to subscribe and like for more. We will definitely keep going with this. Sorry, it's been a very long time since we've been making videos, but we will be looking forward to making videos very soon. Well, thank you guys so much for enjoying on Space Nerds Entertainment, and